So hello guys, welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. So in this tutorial, what we are going to do is we have to make sure that this design fall flat. We have to simulate it so that it can fall on the floor. So this is Shift A. We have an avatar here. But before we do that, let's go back to the UV editor because we have to arrange all these design properly. So let me go back to simulation. The thing is that we have to separate the hoodie from the flare pant. So what I will do now is to okay, first we have to duplicate the file. So what we need to do is to duplicate the file. So you create a single, there should be a single file where it will contain only just the hoodie, and there will be a single file where it will only contain just the flare pant. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but let me do that. So what I'll do right now is to create, this is the hoodie, right? So I'll create another one, Control Shift S, and I'll name it let me name it the name Sipping Designer Flare Pants. So we'll do that here. So and we are going to save this. So since we already have for the hoodie, let us start with the pants when it's done saving. So okay, let's wait. So this is the flare pants. So what we do is just delete the hoodie. So we'll delete the hoodie, delete. So let's wait for it to delete. Then we'll go to the UV editor. So this is Clo3d 7.3. So there's this auto UV packing. So this is auto UV packing. So when I select the O pattern and I click on this, it's going to arrange it. So it gives it, if I select it again, it will give it multiple ways of arranging this pattern. But I think this is fine. So this is fine. So this is just this is how fast you can UV pack your pattern. So this is it. You can resave it again. Let's resave this and save it again. So the next thing we are going to do is to delete the avatar. So we are going to delete this avatar. We don't need it. So let's select this. It's not incoming. Yes, select and delete. So we select the whole flare pant. I don't know, I created a tutorial video on how to make your design fall on the ground or arrange it properly. So we drag it and place it. So this is fine. So we need to simulate it for it to fall. So I've clicked on spacebar for it to simulate. So I'm going to skip this part of the process of it falling because it takes time a bit. So let me skip this. So now that our design has fallen, so this is it here. This is the design here. So now that it has fallen, the next thing we need to do is to export it now. So when we are exporting this design, there's something we have to be careful of. I've actually done all this, so I already have all these exporting and texture available, but I'll explain the process to you. So this is file, this is export, and when you want to export, you want to export as OBJ. So let's wait for it. So this is the hoodie and pants I've done here. So let me show you a folder. So this is the where's the hoodie and pant texture. So this is the hoodie and pant texture, everything with the diffuse and normal map. So let's assume we want to save a new hoodie and pant, and let's say we want to save it as pant 1. So I'll go to save. So this is what you are going to do. You can select the graphics and trim, but don't select the UV coordinate PNG, and don't select save colorway. But you can select save with absolute texture file path if you want to. Yeah, you can do that. So do that and save it as single. So just follow all this information here and you click on OK. So that is the first part. Now the second part is this. We are going to go to the UV editor. So you will start by baking every colorway you want to use in that particular scene. So that's if you have multiple color for one design. So this is the bake texture. When you go to bake texture, you open your folder. So this is that baked already. So you can just name it the name of the design color. Let's say it's, yeah, that's black. Let's name it black 1. So when you click on black 1, you save. So the next thing you do is the pixel. This thing actually affected me when I started designing something like this. Make sure you don't put it on 8K. It's either you put it on 2K or 1K so that it will not crash on Blender, depending on the specs of your system. If you know your system doesn't have a very strong spec, the video I showed you, I used 2K, which is 2048. So if you know you are not satisfied, you can just write 10,000 here and probably 1024. You get. So, and then you can use the diffuse and normal. So the lower the pixel rate, then the faster the rendering, and also the cycles viewport, you get cycles viewport display. So so that information is very, very important. So just keep that in touch. So make sure you adjust your pixel. If I use 8K, it will crash because you'll be limited with the amount of Clo3d design you can place in your scene on Blender. You get. So, but if you have a lower pixel for your texture, then you can place more. So I use 2K for that, and I place about 8 designs, the top and the hoodie and the pants. So that's a pair, that's 4 pairs. So that's what I did. So you do that. So when you do that for the black, then you switch to the editor. You go to your colorway. So let's wait for the colorway to load. So this is it. So this is the brown. We'll switch to the brown and you exit this. Then we'll go back here. We are going to bake texture for this. So when you bake texture for this, name it as brown, name of the file you want to save it as, and that's all. So when you are done with the saving of the texture of each colorway, so when you do that, you click on brown and you can write brown 1, save. Make sure the pixel is enough that your system can undo. You diffuse normal and click on save, and that is all. So that's just it. So you can do the same thing repetitively for each textures or each colorway, depending on how many you want to upload or you want to import. And if you don't have colorway, you can just do the direct one from OBJ by marking your UV coordinates. So it depends on how you want to use them. So let's leave this place. So the same method is what you are going to do for the hoodie. I'm going to use the same method for the hoodie. So what I just explained now is what you do for the come here, let me use this is it. Let's use this. So the same method is what you are going to also do for the hoodie. So let me just break it down. So this is it here. So we are going to do the same thing here. Shift A. We are going to delete the avatar here. So we're going to delete the pants. Yes, also you can just go to the UV editor, Control A to select everything. Then we'll click on this auto UV packing. This thing is only available in I think 7.3. So this is it here. So I think this is fine. So when you are done with this, you can just go back to your simulation, Control A, rotate it, then simulate it to fall on the ground or on the floor. Then you can just use when you simulate it, you can make a little adjustment if you want to change something. So this is something I have already done before. So I think I want to show you. So let's go to shipping. So this is it here. So shipping UD2 up one. So this is it. As you can see, this has fallen. So so when you've done something like this, sorry, we are going to do the same, exporting OBJ. This is where I saved the UD. So you can just name it as UD1 or any name you want to give your file. So UD1, save. So this is it. So you can turn off the UV coordinates. That's if you don't have colorway. But if you have colorway, sorry. Yeah. But if you don't have colorway, you have different project file for different design, then you can just turn it on so that immediately you import it, the texture follows the design. So this is it. You can also turn off save colorway. That's if you don't have colorway. So just do like this. But then since there's a colorway here and I want to bake it like manually, so I'm going to turn this UV coordinate. And if you save colorway, yeah, it's going to also save other colorway, but then it will take time. So I prefer doing it manually. So this UV coordinates, turn it off and select OK. So depending on the option, I make sure it's single and tick. So that's all. Then we can do the manual part. Go to here, go here, go to your UV editor, select this, do the baking, adjust the pixel, select the saving part, give it a name, UD1, save, and adjust the pixel depending on the capacity of your system, but then a lower pixel is better. So diffuse normal and save it. Then when you do that, you can go to the editor, go to the common mistake. Let's for it. So editor, I'm going to colorway. So yeah, this is the colorway here. So let's drag it to the side. So we have the green, the brown. So you can just select any color. Come, let me quit this. So this is it here. So this is the colorway design here. Then you can just screw this, then do the same, bake it, save, create a saving path for this particular colorway, and do the same and save. So now let's go back to Blender, and that is where we'll be importing all these designs that have been simulated to fall on the ground. So let me go back to my timeline here. So what you do now is file, then you go to import, then you go to import OBJ. So this is it. So this is hoodie and pant texture that I've imported. So for the pants, this is it. So when I import the pants, it shouldn't take long before it shows on the viewport. So this is it now. So this is it. It is pink because there's no texture. So imagine I'm using 8K to take a very long time to import. Then on cycles it will take a longer time to show. So this is it here. Let me just set origin to geometry. So this is it. We're going to go to our shading. Let me change this. Okay, let me just go to, so this is pants diffuse texture. Let's start with the black, and then we are going to go to the C that's changed. Then we go to the normals, black, normal. So this is it. Might take time to display, but this is what we are looking for. Let me go to so this is it here. So the next thing we can do is to just do Shift D X. So when you do Shift D for this, the next thing you need to do is duplicate this, add a new material, duplicate it. So when you duplicate it, all you need to do is just change the diffuse texture to we're going to change it to the brown. Yes, and you can, I don't know why this is it, but I think single is better. Let me see if it's working fine. Yeah, single, yeah, because it's meant to be on single, not, we're not doing UDI entire, so single is fine. It's because the texture are in one place. So this is it. So we can do this, and you can decide to rotate it so that people can see the back of the pants. So this is I think RX 180 is even to the side. So RZ can just rotate it so people can see what is at the back of the pant. Then you can just go to G and Y, place it anywhere you want to place it. I'm coming. So this is, now we're going to bring this to G, Y, and GX. Then change, this is it. Let me just drag this a bit. Coming. So this is it. G, Y. So anyhow you want to do it. I'm coming. RZ to rotate side. So GY. So this is it here. So we can also do the same thing like Shift D, let's say Y. So you can do RX 180. I think it's supposed to be RY 180 if I'm right. So we can also do GX. So just rotate it. Come on. RZ and GX. So the next thing we do is to add a new material to this. So we're going to click this duplicate. Then we're going to change the texture in front. So we use blue. So let's use green. So double click. Yeah, this is green now. So as you can see, green is here. So you can also do something nice. Let me first bring my cursor here. So I'm going to hold on Shift, and I'm also going to right click to place my cursor here. So this is it. So we'll do Shift D, X. So this is it. So let's say we are going to right click. Then we can say set origin to 3D cursor. Oh, sorry, not that. Sorry, origin to geometry. Let me set origin back to geometry. Shift right click, cause selection. So we're going to click on snap. So selection to cursor. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do that time. So well, you just have to place it in a way that it doesn't have to be perfect on the vehicle or on the car. So let's see. Can just, it's not, let's rotate it on Z axis. So yeah, RZ. So GZ. I don't know if this is perfect. Okay, it's too much. So GY. Okay, let's bring it to the front a bit. Okay, yeah, this is fine, but then we have to change the texture of this. So let's duplicate this, add a new material, and then we'll add the fourth this thing. So this is white. So let's add the white here. So you don't need to touch the normal since all the normals for the designs are the same. So we can change this to single. So this is it. Yeah. So now we have 4 designs placed on the vehicle. So now we'll do the same by adding the by importing the OD. So we are going to go to OBJ. Then we are going to go to OD. Okay, let me make it bigger. So this is the OD OBJ here. So let's wait for it. So our OBJ is OD is here, sorry. So we can do GX. So this one even came with texture. So this is it. So this is our OD with texture. So the next thing we can do is I'm going to hold on Shift and also right click here. So when we do that, I'm going to do Shift DX. Sorry. So this is it. So we're going to right click and snap selection to cursor. So RZ. RZ. RX. I'm just bring it up a bit. So we're going to change the texture of this. So select this. Come on. So let me see if correct because it's not selecting. Let me see. I'm trying to delete some things. Okay, I've deleted it. So when I changed it, this part was still showing brown. So I had to delete some materials away from here to prevent it from showing the brown design. So let me show what I'm saying. So if I click on Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z should bring back. So you can see this brown here. So I have to select this. So when I select this and click on this negative icon, you can see the texture of this waist will be here. So it is here. So this is the same thing we do. So Shift D, let's put it on Y axis. Then let me do RX 180. So this is the back side of the design. So we can do this and then you can just change the texture. Let me duplicate this. So we'll do that for this. So then we'll go here. Oh, sorry, this again. Yes, I'm going to go to this place and let's add the grain. Okay, we select. Oops, that's an error. So let me redo this. This did not duplicate. Okay, yeah, it has duplicated. So select this. Now select the grain. So this is it. So we can bring this up a bit. GZ. Well, my system is quite laggy. So, well, in your own side, you can just do it properly. So, okay, let me just do the last one. Let me save this. So I'm bringing the cursor here, Shift D X. So we bring it to this vehicle here. Yeah, so this is it. Can do GY. Or let me just place it on the ground. So you can just decide to place it anywhere you want to put it. I wanted to place it on the car with the cursor, but I forgot. So this is it here. Sorry. So let me just duplicate this from here. So we'll go here. I think the last color should be select ash. Okay, black. So you're selecting this black color. So this is it here, and you can save. So let me go back to layout. Okay, so this is the last part of our scene, which will be setting our camera. So let's select Shift A, then camera. So this is it here, GY. Let's use this. Then I'm going to be changing the okay, let's start with changing the camera size or format. I'm going to be using 1080 by 1920. That's more like an Instagram reel size. And once again, let's select N. Click on N. When you click on N, this drop bar will come outside or will pop out. Sorry. Camera view, yes. Then this is it. Then you can always drag. So when it's on camera view, you can always drag the design, or you can always drag the camera. Sorry. So, but then we don't need all this. because of the kind of camera view we want to use. Sorry. We're going to select this. Let me just change it to 64 to reduce time of loading on cycles. So what I'm about to do right now is only going to display properly on cycles. So select camera and select panoramic view. So this is it. This is the camera size. So I need to drag this to the side a bit. So this is it. So I'm dragging this to the side. Let's see this. Let's go to cycles. So this is it on cycles. But let me turn it up. I need to zoom this scene closer. So I'm going to turn on camera view so that it won't be the camera zooming. It will just be the scene zooming closer. So this is it. So this is it. So now we are closer. Then select camera view back. So when you select camera view, you can always move the camera because that is the way I'm going to animate this video. So so I select 30. I want to reduce the black spots edges. So let's put it on 28 again. Let's 28. So well, it is fine depending on how you want to use it. So the next thing you need to do is to zoom closer, probably to the first frame of your scene. Yeah, it's not. So this is it. This design is not properly placed on the vehicle. So in your video or in your personal video, you can try to make sure it is placed properly on the vehicle so that the shadow on the vehicle will not be as much as this, or it will not be too obvious. It doesn't have to be on the it doesn't have to be placed on the vehicle like properly, but then it just have to be, at least it will reduce the shadow. Like you can see, this is placed better than this from this zoom. So we can just put the first keyframe. I hope I'll be able to finish this because my system lags when I am screen recording. So this is frame 1, and let's say from frame 1, depending on how many seconds I want to use, I can say from frame 1 to frame 90. So I mean, like, that's 3 seconds because I want to use 30 frames per second. So all these settings can be adjusted here depending on these 24 frames. I might leave it like this, or I might decide to use 30 frames. So if I'm using 30 frames, so from here I might say from frame 1 to frame 90, I want it to zoom from here to this vehicle. So let's go to frame 90. So what I have to do now is to zoom the camera. So I'm going to zoom. Coming. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's too much. So when I do this, I'm going to bring it up. So I'm holding on the Z axis, adjusting it up. So so let's drag it. Then I need to drag it down with it, and down with it. It might not be too perfect, but you can always. So I'm dragging it. So I'm using this hand tool. So this is how I want to control my animation. So you can always drag closer. If you select this Z axis, sorry, you can always you can bring it to the top better. Then, or you can zoom to the front or zoom forward. Sorry. Then drag it down a bit. And let's see, drag it a bit. Let's see, it's better. So this is it here. So then you just click on high, then just select location and rotation. Though I don't think we are rotating the way. Well, just select rotation, location and rotation. Yeah. then you can select T. I will prefer a Bezier sequence or Bezier keyframe, because when it moves from 0 to 90, it gives this slow-mo move, like you get the speed rate. So it's better, because that is what I use in that video. Then from here, let me see how it looks like. So that is it. So this is the motion. So let me drag it forward. So this is it here. Depending on how you want to position your camera. So this is it. I can see from frame 90 to frame let's say 150. Frame 90 to frame 150. I want to move my camera to the next side. So we can just, I think this one shouldn't be much of a problem. So just hold on this and drag it to the side we are going to. Oh, I need to zoom back a bit. So then it's too much. So zoom forward. Because it's lagging, so it's just overlapping in my keyframing or in my movement. Oh shit. Okay. Well. I may not be perfect in this because it's lagging, but then I'm trying my best to explain how the process is done. So I expect better from you. So this is it here, the one on the vehicle. So this is this cloth needs to be adjusted, but then this is just a tutorial. Yeah, because I did a perfect video, a nice video. So select I when you select location and rotation. So when you do that, you can also select T. Yes, just make sure your mouse is on this timeline, or else you won't see what is popping out for the keyframe. So select T or click on T and click on Bezier. Yes. So let's move from frame 150 to probably 150, 180. Let's go to 210. 210. That's like 7 seconds now. So we might just need to drag it down to the designs on the floor. So just make sure you are dragging it perfectly from your side. So this is it here. So this is it. Also for this camera, if you are not satisfied with this, you can always change the value to your own taste. So you can just always play around. This is, you don't necessarily need to use 28 when you are doing this or creating this video. You might put another value and you might still get something, this kind of closeness to the designs or to the scene. So this is it here. So let's assume we are from the vehicle to the designs on the floor. Let's put a keyframe there. That's about 2 seconds. I did a 2 seconds keyframe because that's one. So let me increase this to like 400. I don't think it might get up to 400. So then you can just scroll from right to left. So this is 210 and let's put it on 300. Then you can drag here to see the next move. So this is it. So next thing, you just drag from right to left. So this is it. You can make it that 3 seconds. I think it's slow enough to just give little information about the design. Then the next thing you do is to click on I to insert keyframe. Then you go here, see Bezier. All this I'm doing manually. If I'm done with the whole keyframe, I could just select all the keyframe and just select Bezier. So and we can just zoom back to the beginning of the scene, or okay, let's be like, if I want to zoom back to the beginning of the scene, the best thing for me to do is to I'm coming. let's use 350 or 390. You can use 360 or 390 depending on how many seconds you want to use. So I can do is to let me see this. Let me try this. So what I can do is to click on this. So I click on this, copy it and paste it. It should work. Yes. So this is it. Bam. So if I am right, so when you click on this keyframe, you can paste it to this last one, or you can just adjust it manually anyhow you want to place it. So now we are done with the keyframe. Yeah, I'm supposed to select T here, then make it here. It's busy already since I copied and pasted that. So let's start from the beginning. So and I'm going to drag it because I can't wait for it to so this is how I created this type of video on Blender. So if you have any question related to this video, don't forget to drop it or leave a comment, or you can always send an email or text me on IG. Pardon my system lagging. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell.